Joran van der Sloot goes on the record, and he has a horrifying, shocking news story about what happened to Natalie Holloway the night she disappeared. 18-year-old Natalie Holloway vanished on the island of Aruba on May 30th, 2005. Now, since Natalie's disappearance, van der Sloot has been arrested twice in connection to her disappearance, but never charged with a crime. Van der Sloot went on the record with us in 2006, claiming he had left Natalie alone on a beach. Then, in February of 2008, van der Sloot was shown on hidden tape saying that Natalie had collapsed on the beach and that he had disposed of her body. Well, now his story changes again. Joran contacted us, claiming he wanted to tell us the truth about what happened that night. He produced as evidence 3 telephone conversations saved on a digital chip. Joran claims the recordings are conversations between his father and him. If authentic, the recordings suggest that Joran told his father what happened to Natalie. On a weekend, we slipped away and we went halfway around the world to interview Joran van der Sloot. Now, before you watch this interview, we need to warn you, the greatest shock of all will come at the end of the hour, and you may or may not totally change your mind about this interview. Now, Joran van der Sloot goes on the record. All right, Joran, here's what I need. We've licensed this chip from you, and with some conversations. And when we took that chip and gave it to an expert, the expert was a little bit confused, so I need to get the facts and circumstances around it so we can corroborate it, so we can go out and investigate and do what you ultimately want. And maybe I should ask you, what do you ultimately want out of this?
I guess for it just all to be over, for just, yeah, that's it, just for me to be able to get on with everything and feel okay. That's what I ultimately want out of it. And I know if you guys look into this that you're going to find out, I think, definitely with everything I gave, if you really go and look into it, you're going to stumble across something that will get you more answers. I'm sure about it. I know it.
All right. Now, the chip, are there 3 separate conversations on this chip?
Yeah, 3 separate conversations.
When did they occur, and with whom are the conversations?
They occurred about a month ago, I think. Maybe longer, 2 months ago, longer. And yeah, about the person that the conversation's with, I don't actually really want to talk about. But yeah, that's just, I was just giving that to you for, you know, to collaborate, as that you could actually see and have something to show to go look into this. That was my.
Well, from what I understand from our first conversation, and you know, I've got to make sure I really tie this down, because in order for my network to continue to, you know, to continue to let us investigate this story, I've got to have it really straight and nailed down. Mm-hmm. And you have told us now something that's very different from what we understood to have happened. And from the chip, it's that there's a conversation with your father recorded. Actually, there are 3 conversations with your father recorded, right?
There's 3 conversations.
One was in January, about?
They were in, I don't know, I don't remember the month they were in.
But it was this year?
It was this year, yeah.
And he was in Aruba and you were where?
And I was in Holland, I think. One for one, and the other one I was here.
Was it always, did you use the same cell phone, or did you use Skype? How did you do these how do you record these?
From the cell phone. Just on the cell phone with the record option.
And was he using your hard line at home, do you think?
No, I think he was calling from Skype, yeah.
Okay, so he's on Skype and you're on a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You met a guy in February of 3 years ago who said he was interested in something. What was he interested in?
He was interested in me bringing him a blonde girl.
Where did you meet this guy?
In the casinos in Aruba.
What's his name?
Elger, and yeah, but I don't even know if it's his real name. That's the problem. I don't even know if it's his real name. I wasn't worried about that at the time. It was just more like a casino, going, having fun there, and he's one of the persons I saw there. I didn't hang out with him. I didn't do anything with him.
Did you only see him one time in February?
Oh no, more times, like 2 times or 3 times, or I've seen him over a period of 1.5 years or something.
Is he an Aruban?
I don't know. I don't know where he's from.
What language did you speak with him?
He spoke Dutch, he spoke Papiamento, and he could even speak English too.
About how old a man?
Older man. I can't say how old he was. 30, 40.
Did you sit at the same table with him?
Yeah. One time I played poker with him. One time I played blackjack with him, but he usually played blackjack. That was the game he used to play.
Okay, so you met him in February of '05 at the casino. You know his first name. And he said he wanted what?
He said he wanted to see a blonde girl.
What did you take that to mean?
I did not even I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, I did not know what he wanted at all with it.
Did anything offered in exchange for it?
Yeah, he offered me money.
And what did you say?
I said, okay, sure.
And so February of '05, you have this conversation with him in the casino, and between February '05 and about May 30th, '05. Did you see him at all?
Yeah. Before that, before he was telling me he was just acting like a high roller in there and spending money like was nothing on blackjack, and then he was always talking about going out, going stuff. I know he goes from Venezuela to Aruba. I know that. That's what he was telling me, at least. And yeah.
Did he ever say what he wanted a blonde girl for?
No.
Did you have any sort of guess what it was? I mean, was it sort of the code? You know, you speak in code. You sort of knew what he wanted.
No, I wasn't really occupied with that at all. I had school going, and I had other things, I had friends. I wasn't really I wasn't even concerned about his name, to tell you the truth.
Did he offer you any money?
Yeah.
I have a specific number.
Yeah, he offered me money.
What was the number?
I don't really want to say, but he offered me money for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, look, we've come halfway across the world. You know, you want. This is what you've told us, Joran, that you want this investigated because everybody seems to think something happened, and you told us something very different happened, and there's a possibility that she's still alive.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to get this information out of you, so that I can, get my company to continue to finance, because it's going to take us to Venezuela to find this guy. We got to look for him there.
That's what I want.
I know that's why you contacted me. At least that's what you told me, is that you want that. If I get that information, we can track it down.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to pull these facts out of it, because that will corroborate the chip and will help me in the investigation.
Okay. Well, you only gave me $10,000.
Okay. No, but that's later. But between February and May, did he talk money with you on a specific number?
No.
All right. Natalie, what day of the week did you meet Natalie? It was the 30th. But what day? Was that a Sunday night?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sunday night.
In the days prior to that Sunday night, did you have any conversation with this man?
A week before, I think. Yeah, a little before. A couple of days before. 5 days before.
At a casino?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have his phone number?
Did not have his phone number. It's only at the casino where I saw him. That's the only place I ever saw him.
All right. So what happened the day you met Natalie?
Well, the day I met Natalie, I remembered what he said. And as I was leaving the casino to leave, I went by the Radisson Casino, and he was there. And I spoke with him, and he's like, yeah. So then when he's asked me for okay, all I want is to if you bring me a blonde girl, let me know. Give me a call on this number right here. Gave me a phone number, and then he said to meet him at the beach by the Marriott if I ever got a girl, and that he would give me $10,000.
That was on the day that you met Natalie?
That was on the day or the day before? The day before.
The day before you met Natalie?
Yeah, or 2 days before. 2 days before.
So the day you met Natalie, you met her at the Excelsior in the Holiday Inn in the afternoon. Or actually, you met her with a group of people. Mm-hmm. And about what time did you leave the Holiday Inn Excelsior on that afternoon?
Don't remember exactly. In the afternoon sometime.
When you left in the afternoon, had you made plans to meet with Natalie and her friends at Carlos and Charlie's?
Yeah, she had asked me to go out and meet her and her friends there. Was
it your intention at that time to contact the man who wanted to buy a white woman?
No, but I had it in the back of my mind, yeah.
Right. So you left the Holiday Inn, and then where did you go?
Then first I went to the Radisson.
And talked to him?
Yeah, and I played a little poker there. And then I went to... Then I called a friend of mine who didn't pick up his phone. And then I called other friends of mine, asked them if they wanted to go out, and yeah.
And the other friends were?
Were Deepak and Satish.
All right. So you went from the Radisson to home first?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get home?
What do you mean home?
You went from the Holiday Inn at the Excelsior to the Radisson. Mm-hmm. Then you went home, which is where Deepak picked you up.
Then I called my dad, and he picked me up at the McDonald's.
But that was from the Holiday Inn? Or from the Radisson?
Yeah, I went from Holiday and I was only there like 20 minutes, not
So
even.
about what time would that be?
Was at the evening.
You go home, and what do you do when you get home?
Took a shower, went on the internet, and I wasn't even sure if I still wanted to go out or not because I actually had school the next day. And then then Deepa called me like, okay, we're gonna come with you. We're ready, on my way now, because I knew Charlie's closed at 12 o'clock too that night. So it was like 11 o'clock when we went. And yeah, and the rest of the story is just like we told it, except for the end of it.
Up next, Joran takes you minute by minute through his shocking